This looks like the dream. But this is exactly where Americans start losing money in Mexico. But what surprises almost every buyer is what they have to pay at closing. And for some people, this adds $20,000, even $30,000. And the problem is, most buyers don't find out about this until it's too late. If you're an American thinking about buying property in Mexico, closing costs are one of the most misunderstood parts of the process. In this video, I'll show you what Americans actually pay, what surprises most buyers, and how to avoid expensive mistakes. And this is where most buyers get surprised. Because closing costs are not just one fee. It's multiple costs added together. Legal fees, notario costs, taxes. And this is where many buyers get confused. In Mexico, closing costs are usually around 5 to 10%. That doesn't sound like much until you see the real number. On a $300,000 property, that's $15,000 to $30,000. And this is where many buyers get surprised. Because in the US, the system works very differently. In the United States, many of these costs are already built in. But in Mexico, they're often added on top. And that's why buyers feel the difference. And this is exactly what surprises most people. But here's something even more important. Some of the biggest mistakes buyers make have nothing to do with money. And that's where things can go very wrong. I explained that in this video right here. In Mexico, a large part of the closing process goes through a notario, who is not just a notary, but a government-appointed legal professional. Their role is to make sure everything is legal, secure and valid. One of the biggest mistakes I see is buyers focusing only on the price and completely ignoring the real cost of the deal. And that's where problems begin. So yes, property in Mexico can be more affordable, but the total cost is always higher than it looks. And understanding that up front can save you from serious stress later. And if you're an American thinking about buying property in Mexico, you need to understand the risks before you buy. Watch this next before you make a decision.